Yes guys, welcome to the video. We are about to do the Pandemonium quest by starting that by talking to Anne and Willie. So let's see what happens. So once you've started the quest, you're going to have to just get through this dialogue. It's basically an interview and they're going to give you a job and then they're going to tell you, they're going to take you to their little boat. So once you're ready, you'll be taken on the boat. And your guy likes to take the piss out of them, which is pretty funny. And they tell you to get the helm, which is basically how you control the boat. You have to be on the helm to drive, basically. And it's constantly moving unless you stop the sails. And you just kind of click what direction you're going. It's pretty smooth, to be honest. It's not that bad. So I'll cut to the next bit. So once you manage to get set off from the port, they're just going to give you some directions to go. You don't have to go far, and it's basically just a shipwreck salvage that we're going to. So as you can see, it's quite smooth. You can just kind of click around where you want to go. I just wanted to see what would happen if you crashed here. So it doesn't crash, it just sort of shoves you around a bit, sort of like Sea of Thieves style. So I'll cut to the shipwreck now once we make it there. I was just having a mess around and getting the feel for it. So, avast my hearties. Right, so we've made it to the little shipwreck. You can just see the remains of a pirate ship or whatever. They're basically going to tell you just to get off the helm, take control of the salvaging hook, which looks like this is going to be one of the easy AFK methods for gathering resources and getting some easy XP. So once you've done that, it'll show you this little cutscene of it happening. I'll just let this play through for you here so you can see what's going on. And the medallion, it mysteriously reminds me of the medallion from Pirates of the Caribbean. Turns out that this is like a key or something for a kraken or some sort of monster that they're obviously trying to awaken. But once you've acquired this, they just chuck you off the boat and then you're gonna appear at the Pandemonium Island. We've washed up on shore, so you have to talk to a few people on this island, and we'll skip to them bits now. So you start by talking to Steve. Then once you've spoke to Steve, you speak to Ribs, and you go back to Steve, and then after that we go to Jim on the dock. Once you've spoke to Jim, he'll take you down onto your boat and he will supply the material to make your first cargo hold, which was pretty kind of him. I was just having a little look through the customization thing here, just seeing what sort of materials are going to be required and levels. So if you want to have a look through that yourself when you get there, it's quite interesting, but I'll skip to the next bit. So once you've finished messing around on your boat and looking through the interface, you're going to talk to Jim again, and he's going to tell you can take the raft out for a spin. This is where you acquire the captain's log, which is going to be an essential item for charting the seas and logging everything that you find. So make sure you don't drop that or destroy it or whatever. He's going to give you your first job, which is basically the cargo sort of jobs. Very Sea of Thieves vibe, this. Just getting the chests and carrying them. Basically, you're just going to go at every dock now. There's like a little area and a port master where you can grab the cargo from, and then you can just run like that guy was with the box there. Run with the box. It doesn't go in your inventory. You carry it. You click on the gangplank thing while you're carrying the cargo, and then you literally just get back on your boat. But he wants us to collect a package from Port Sarim, so we're jumping on the boat. We're sailing to Port Sarim, which is just directly north there, as you can see, not very far. So we'll cut to the next bit. So once you get to the port, you can just click on the little buoy and that'll dock you. Then you can just click on the disembark thing on the port there. You run, you can talk to this port master. They'll just tell you you can just automatically take the cargo, whatever it is, from the table, the ledger table, I believe it's called there, it says. I'll just quickly let you see this so you can see what to do. You don't need to waste time talking to these people. You can just grab it. Boom. There we have it. continue on, run back to your little boat or your raft or whatever you have. I'm assuming you're going to be able to take multiple cargo items, and you're going to have to run them back and forth and store them on the boat, which is a little bit annoying, but it could be worse, guys. You're going to bang that in there, and then we're going to set sail and get ourselves back to Jim. So here we are, we have made it back to the Pandemonium Island. We're just going to dock on the buoy there. Before you get off the boat, you need to just come off the helm and take the cargo out of the actual cargo hold, or the chest, whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to call it, we just take that out, pick that up just like that. Then you're going to disembark on the gangplank. Bring it back to Jim, but you don't actually need to talk to him. You just give it to the portmaster and they will sort it out. And he'll tell you all this anyway. You hand it to the portmaster. Like we say there, nice and easy. Give that to him. Put it on the table. So again, you're not going to have to talk to these people every time. You can just take what you want, deliver what you want in a nice simple click. And we gained a sailing level from that. Then we're just going to go back to Jim. He's just going to explain basically that it's all sorted now. You can come back to him, buy new vessels. I believe you're going to be able to have multiple boats. So you're going to have a speed boat for the Barracuda trials. Maybe a big heavy cargo ship so you can take multiple cargoes at the same time. And plan like an efficient route where you're sailing round. This is the port task board there, as you can see, where you're going to select your jobs from. We'll have a quick look at that in a second here. Also he gives you a couple of repair kits and he's just going to put them on your raft for you. It says to avoid storms and sharks, so apparently they can damage your boat, so maybe something to watch out for. I haven't encountered anything like that yet, but I'm sure that we will. And he tells you to find a chap called Charles who might be able to help you. And your captain's log will contain them details. So we're going to go back to Steve now at the bar, where Ribs and Steve are in the pub, and this other guy who's going to basically tell you what that medallion and stuff was all about. So I might just skip through that and let you do this bit of dialogue yourself. It's pretty convenient. It's not too much to get through, so it shouldn't be too bad. And at the end of the quest here, he gives you some sawmill tokens, which are nice because we are going to need heavy amounts of planks to make the best boat. Basically, we're going to get some sailing XP as well. Access to Pandemonium, access to the sailing skill. And now we are at level 5 sailing. We've unlocked the dock at Land's End and Horse Sidious, which is nice. The next quests require 22, 12, and I think it's 45, this one, yeah, 45. So you are just going to have to do a bit of grinding. So do some nice simple cargo jobs, something like that. And that should get you through it. Yeah, so it was a pretty good first adventure, really. I pretty enjoyed myself. Just going to show you this notice board here in case you haven't seen it. And you can basically just select a courier job and just take the deliveries. It's nice and easy. So you accept a task. Obviously that you need to be a higher level to accept multiple tasks, and it'll tell you everything you need to deliver it to, etc, etc. So these are nice 2 easy ones. So we've got the first delivery, which is going to Port Sarim, and then there's another delivery from Port Sarim back to Pandemonium. So that's probably what I'm going to do now. See where we get the levels to. And then I will see you all in the next adventure. Happy sailing, everyone.